the moment everything in my life is great. I'm slim, I dress very fashionably, and I visit beauty salons very often. In general, I look just fine. And many years ago I was completely different. I was almost 3 times as fat. What changed my life so much? It was me who changed it. I'm 36 years old now. When I got married, I was only 17 years old. I fell in love with Kalia very much, and we got married. I've always been slim, I didn't have a single extra kilo. 6 months after we got married I got pregnant and had a daughter. My husband was very upset when he found out. And my mother-in-law told me, "You don't love my son at all, since you gave birth to a girl. Those women who love their husbands only give birth to their sons." It was absolutely useless to explain to my mother-in-law the laws of genetics. 3 years later, I got pregnant again. The pregnancy was very difficult. I had severe toxemia, I had very severe edema. I knew right away that this time it would be a boy. And during pregnancy some changes happened in my body. I gained 38 kilos. My husband kept silent so far, didn't say anything. But my mother-in-law constantly insulted me. "Well, you became fat. Just a real cow. Look, my son will run away from you. They say mothers get ugly when they're expecting girls. You look awful. You'll probably have a girl again. And having a 3rd child in a rented apartment is stupid. My son will leave you. He'll leave you for someone who will give him an heir, a son." The labor was very hard and long. The doctors performed an emergency cesarean section. I was very heavy after the birth. At least the boy was born absolutely healthy. I had to take a long treatment and hormonal drugs to save me. After taking them I gained a lot of weight. The doctor calmed me down, told me that it wasn't forever, that time would come, and I would be the same as before. My husband didn't say anything to me at first. I was very weak, and it was very hard for me to cope with the baby myself. That's why my parents took my eldest daughter in. I didn't notice the first signs that things were going badly between me and Kalia until 3 months later. My husband stopped even touching me. He only ever talked to me about one thing: food, and he always told me to stop eating so much. But I didn't eat much either. I couldn't go hungry, I was nursing a child. I wasn't allowed to exercise either. The thing is that the stitch after the cesarean section was very badly healing. And so when our son was 6 months old, my husband didn't come home from work one day. In the middle of the night, my mother-in-law came to see me. And she declared right on the doorstep of our rented apartment, "I'm here for my son's things. Are you waiting for him? You shouldn't be waiting. He's not coming. He left you. I told you he wouldn't live with a cow like you. I'll take the iron, I'll take the TV. He'll pay child support. And don't call him and try to get him back. He's already found himself another woman. A normal one." I don't know how I survived. The next day, I called my mom and dad. They came and took me to their place in our small town. For the first month after I returned to my hometown, I don't even remember how I lived. I just lay on the couch and didn't talk, hardly ate anything. All the care for my children was taken over by my parents. With great difficulty, my mother made me go outside, at least for a while, to get some fresh air. That's when I noticed that I lost a lot of weight. Maybe there were some changes in my body due to nerves. I did nothing, and I lost a lot of weight. In just 2 months I lost so much weight that I started to wear the clothes that I wore before my first pregnancy. It wasn't until 6 months later that I found the strength to file for divorce. 2 months later a court hearing was scheduled. All that time I never saw my husband. He did not send a penny, did not call, did not come to see his children. My mother-in-law did the same thing. They just cut me and our children out of their lives. When my husband came to the courtroom, he just walked by. He didn't recognize me. Not only had I lost a lot of weight, but I had also changed my hair and color. And when he realized what I had become, he told the judge that he wanted to keep the family together, that he needed time. But I didn't want to live with a traitor. My husband called me, tried to keep the family together. Even my mother-in-law came to see my grandchildren, but I kicked her out. Said the cow didn't need them anymore. The judge ordered child support not only for the children, but also for me because I was on maternity leave at the time.